going to start with Chelsea. They take on Fulham in the West London derby. That's tomorrow. It's live and exclusive on talkSPORT, 12:30. The Cottagers boss, Marco Silva, spoke ahead of the game, was asked about Mauricio Pochettino's start to life at Stamford Bridge.
It's not even to ask one situation like that. I think what he did already in his career speaks for himself, and he doesn't really, to me, talking about himself, what is his quality and what he already did in this country and abroad. To be honest, I'm not here to talk about Mauricio and what he's doing or not. We are going to play against Chelsea. Very good side. They are being inconsistent, it's true. With a very good manager as well, and for sure it's going to be a really tough game for us.
You a fan of Marco Silva?
Yeah, I think I think you look at what he did at Everton, didn't go that well. But the job he's doing at Fulham, fair play to him. Really, really fair play to him.
Watford? Too short time.
Yeah, but no, listen, fair play. What he's doing at
Hull was amazing.
I don't know how amazing, but yeah, he
did well.
He did well.
You're right, it wasn't amazing.
But yeah, him doing Fulham, it's working really well. He's getting the best out of some of his players. His recruitment thing, I say, good.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, fair play to him. Fulham doing really well. Do you know what I mean? They're 13th. I mean, I almost feel like watching Fulham this season. I know they've been very, very inconsistent. That's one thing. But where they are in the table,
they've lost 10 games.
Yeah, 13th. I almost feel like they're better than that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I feel
like they are inconsistent. I think it's 3 defeats in the last 5, right?
Yeah, I feel like they're almost better than that. But
you're talking about inconsistent and teams that. I mean, Chelsea.
I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know what's going on there. Whose fault is it? Because we're going to talk managers, right? So 03717223344. One of the questions we're asking is which manager, if you had to have one, which manager would you take? What do you make of what's going on at Chelsea? Whose fault is it?
I mean, listen, you can blame the owners and say Todd Bowley, the recruitment. I think not having a sporting director at first is probably cost them a little bit with the recruitment, because I feel like they've just had a real scattergun approach, bringing in players left, right and centre, not really doing their due diligence on the players.
Yeah.
Overpaying for players, putting them on long-term contracts. But one thing about Pochettino, he's a good coach. That's one thing you have to say. Look what he did with Spurs. Fantastic job there. The team that he had, they built a really good team. So if you give him time, I think he will get it right. But I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure what's going to happen, because you look at the job he did at PSG. He won the league, fair enough. Everyone wins the league when they go there. Somehow managed to lose it in his first season there. Also, as well in the Champions League, it was there. They played Real Madrid first half. I thought it was over. PSG again through. Mbappe, I think Mbappe scores the goal, and I'm like, right, okay. They absolutely fall apart in the second half. Like, mentality just falls apart. He's gone to Chelsea, and still the consistency is just not there. Like, and I know players are letting him down, and he can't seem to find the right system, the right personnel to play. Someone will play well one week, and someone wouldn't. The only two that have played 3 that you probably say have played well all year, whenever they've been called upon, is Cole Palmer, Conor Gallagher.
Yes, I agree with that.
And Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva never lets. I mean, he's 39. What more are we asking from him?
Yeah.
But moving forward, I just don't know what the aims are anymore.
You know, sometimes we ask what are Crystal Palace and what are their aims. Well, Fulham are just above them by 3 points? My eyes are so bad. 3 points, yeah. Fulham, of course, is currently in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, the 2-1 down against Liverpool, but they do have the return leg at their home ground. So you could argue that. Well, you could even argue that tie factually is very much alive. No? Oh, it's alive. I'm not saying Fulham are going through, but it's alive. 2-1 down, taking the team back to Europe. It's alive. If Fulham win the League Cup, it's a long way off.
If they win it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Any finish for them in the Premier League.
Even if they fall from not relegated.
Right. Fulham fans would take that.
Actually, yeah, because it's not like
they haven't won anything. I think they won the Intertoto Cup at the beginning of the turn of the century.
I mean, that is a fantastic question. Would they take that? Winning the League Cup?
They would. I think most football fans that are...
Winning the League Cup would do more for Fulham than Chelsea.
Would it do more for the manager?
I don't know about the manager, but for Chelsea fans, if they're realistic, right, winning the League Cup, that's not that club's remit, is it?
10th in the League Cup's failure.
It's not good enough.
Would you agree with that? 10th in the League Cup is failure?
For that club.
Okay.
Fulham, as you just said it there, we're talking about Chelsea team in the last 10 years have won 2 Champions Leagues. Yeah. No, not last 10 years, the last 11 years. 2 Champions Leagues, FA Cups, League, everything there is to win. Fulham, you just said it there, Intertoto. What it does for them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, well, that'd be one of the questions we ask Fulham fans. Would you take League Cup success and go down? I think they would. A day in the sun is better than never.
Do you know? I'm sitting here thinking, would they? But I'm sure Wigan fans wouldn't swap that FA Cup for anything. Beating Man City in the final.
I agree with you. Even Birmingham beating you lot.
Why are you bringing it up?
Well, Jack's not here to cry about it again.
Yeah.
But even Birmingham, I think a day out in the sun.
And winning it.
Yeah. Clubs come up and down all the time.
Like Wigan, I know obviously they're falling on hard times. I understand that. But that day, them fans who were there, and not even the ones that are there, Wigan fans will remember that day. They beat Manchester City for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. What's going to happen in the game tomorrow? Chelsea against Fulham live on talkSPORT tomorrow lunchtime.
Oh, I don't know. It's going to be a tight one. I can see maybe a 1-0 Chelsea, maybe.
No, I was going to say 1-1. But either way, it's going to be tight.
Yeah, tight, yeah.
If you had to have one manager, if Arteta goes tomorrow, and you've got to have either Marco Silva or Mauricio Pochettino.
Yeah, give me Marco Silva.
Oh, you take Silva over Poch? Why is that?
The Zell Spurs connection one.
Oh, okay. Relevant to that.
Yeah, but again, I've seen... At the minute, look at your CV at Chelsea. Hasn't been great, has it?
No, it hasn't been great.
But I know Marco Silva's not been at that level, but...
Okay. Fulham fans, I'll probably take Marco Silva. I used to be a really big fan of Poch.
Yeah.
What's happening now in our club? I know it's a basket case of a club, and I know all of it, or the majority of it, is down to the owner, Todd Bowley. I get that. But, if you've got a group of players that are meant to be talented players, you pay copious amounts, so you've got to get some kind of tune out of them.
Do you know, all of a sudden now, you'd have to admit this, Potter's job there don't look as bad. Compared to what Poch is doing now, remember the start Potter got? Unbelievable start.
I'll tell you what, we'll chuck out there as well. Right, so we're asking Fulham fans, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Fulham fans, would you take League Cup and go down? Chelsea fans, would you swap Poch for Potter?
Oh my
would you rather go back to Potter? I think that's a great question.
Yeah.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.